compassion, protection should be placed over this house. My husband, my fur baby. I'm live, babe.
What?
I'm live. Hello, hi Linda. Hi, how are you? I hope everything's going well. Hi, Steve. Yeah, I'm okay, thank you. Still a bit sore around the legs and stuff, but that's I had to use my legs bending and stuff and a lot the last couple of days. So did a first aid course. I couldn't do the CPR because I couldn't kneel on the ground. They won't let you. You can't pass unless you can kneel on the ground and do it, which I think, anyway, that's my personal opinion. It's that I couldn't kneel on the ground. I tried, being hurt, but, anyway. How's everyone? Hi, Bonnie Russell. I did a pet special last night, and yeah, so I hope everyone's okay. Yeah, I was watching some funny stuff, and then my calm got disrupted. So you owe me a coffee when he comes back in. James is here today. The first aid course was actually not far from his friends where he usually goes on Saturday. So Thursday and Friday he went down there, and I totally got the dates wrong. Totally got the dates wrong. I was like a day behind. And James even told me last night that I had the date wrong. And, pain and all that sort of stuff. And, yeah. Anyway, lots of stuff happening. A high altitude object was shot down over Alaska. Harvey was telling me a little bit more. Apparently he's read a couple of stories. And it's the size of a car, so it's not very big. And it was at 40,000 feet, which is very high. And he said apparently it's landed over some frozen water. Oh, happy birthday, Steve. Happy birthday, my dear. So, is it another spy balloon? Let's have a look. Pence has also been subpoenaed, so I want to have a look how Trumpy feels about that. The former guy, we'll call him, feels about that. But is this another spy? Four of Pentacles. It's definitely about security. Okay. So I'd say the Four of Pentacles, that's a yes. It can be about security, this card. It can be usually financial security or financial insecurity, but in general, it can mean about separating resources away. So I'd say this is a big yes to me with the definitely spying. Was it China or was it Russia? Hi, Sheila. Looking forward to joining you tomorrow. It is tomorrow, isn't it? justice. Is it China or Russia? They were justified in shooting it down, definitely. So, is it from China? 8 of Swords. Yeah, 8 of Swords. Is it from Russia? 3 of Wands. Okay. And you know what? I think China are backed into a corner here. This is the backing themselves into a corner. And hi, C. Douglas. That the 3 of Wands, for Russia are getting some benefit from it. So it's sort of like a joint operation, maybe. But China backed themselves into a corner, and Russia getting benefit from it. So I don't know that China would send something over so soon, especially after it was proven that the last balloon they shot down did pick up some sensitive information. This could even be Russia. But it is leading to an escalation in tensions. It could be. I think it is Chinese, because I cannot see Russia having the technology and the money to build something like that. So, yeah. Hi, Robin Blank. How is Jill Biden's health? Okay, we'll have a look at that. Hi, Catherine Bush. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. Now, I'm just going to bring up my banner. Okay. Jill Biden's health. Let's have a look at Jill Biden's health. I got drawn to the ghost deck for this one. So we're going to have. She didn't look well at the State of the Union. She has had a couple of scares, hasn't she? So, Jill Biden's health. How is that going to play out? Yes, there could be some cooperation. I do think that Russia are benefiting from the information gathered, so they may have a deal with China of some sort. Everyone, it's Steve's birthday today, so wishing him lots of birthday wishes. Jill Biden's health. Guys, can you help me build a picture of Jill Biden's health? So I'm going to do a 5 card. 7 of Pentacles. She is undergoing assessment. Okay, so there are a couple of things worrying her, but she is being assessed. So she's under care. But it could be some things that could be the result of overwork or stuff that some earlier activity or something, or an earlier injury. But she is undergoing assessment. What's the challenge with her health? King of Wands. I feel it's like could be an ulcer, something burning. So it could be an ulcer. Wands can be about the skeletal frame as well. But it's something she's... But But challenge is sort of like knowing which direction to look in. So there's a few things that could be causing the symptoms she's got, and they've got to find the direction. Kings are all about directions. Okay. So what is the advice for the First Lady? Hello, we have the Queen of... Oh, no, the High Priestess. The High Priestess. Okay. Listen to what people are saying and follow the strategy that they lay out. So this is the advice for you. This is a big thing too, and be prepared for it to be something big. Okay. What is at the base of it? The Ace of Cups. Feeling like emotional distress. Stresses and strains, relationship stresses, emotional distress. And I do feel like she had a taste of things to come when Joe was the vice president. But the step up to president is still quite a big one, and possibly that's taking its toll. So I do feel she's got to rest. Okay. What's the outcome for Jill Biden on her health? Will she be okay? Okay. There's also, I think this is having to face up to some earlier action. I think she might even have a lifestyle disease. It could be something like diabetes or or not being able to escape. I don't know if she's had cancer. But it's time to face it. It's time to, not ignore it any longer. She can't. I think it might have been a drone, actually, from what hubby was telling me. And the chariot, things will get moving with that. She'll get some motivation back. She'll start be able to get some energy back. So things will turn around, and she will be able to. So she is being assessed. She's being looked after. It's going to take a little while to pin it down, but I do feel like there might be a couple of lifestyle aspects in here, as well as stress. Stuff that you do when you're young that comes back to haunt you later. I don't know if she was diagnosed with cancer. I think she did have maybe a scare or something. Look, things, but this is the chariot. This is moving forward. This is making progress. So the outcome is she will be okay. Okay, but she's going to have to. It is going to impact her big time. She's going to have to make some big changes. Okay, but if she follows the plans and the strategies and the directions that she's given, she will be okay. But I also feel like she needs to. Emotional stress is certainly not helping the situation with her. But bless her. Let's hope that she gets some rest she needs, and you might see her looking a bit more frail, a bit at times, but she will come back. And yeah, sweetheart.
Yeah, baby.
Do you think you could do a coffee for me?
Oh, yeah, sure. Sorry, I forgot.
No, that's okay. I'm telling everyone how you're home today. Was it a drone? Yeah, whatever it is, it was definitely not spiritual. It wasn't a UFO. I do feel like it was a drone. Okay, somebody asked about a document that was downloaded onto an aide's laptop. Okay, Midas Touch broke a story about an aide downloaded a classified document onto a laptop. Where is that heading? Let's have a look. A Trump aide, to be clear here. The Eight of Swords, they are definitely in a tricky situation. This person could be going to jail. Okay, for deliberate mishandling of classified documents. This is the Eight of Swords. Did they do it independently? Or were they following orders? Did they just do it all on their own? No, it was somebody's plan. This wasn't their own plan for the future. This wasn't somebody got them to do it. So this is strategies gone awry. Somebody else's strategy. Was Trump behind it? Smothering the Queen of Pentacles. Greed, luxury loving. Cared only about money. And not about others. Not about who takes the can. As long as they don't take the can, they don't care. So I feel like this might be Trump. But whether they'll be able to prove that, I don't know. But this aide is definitely in a lot of trouble. Your cat, Gypsy, was pinning you down. Is the aide Stephen Miller? Interesting question. I'm just going to have to ask James a question for a minute. That it's personal, so I'm just going to mute, okay, when he comes back out. Was the aide Stephen Miller? Let's have a look. Five of Cups. Now, this is normally about regret and sorrow, but this person doesn't regret a thing. And the Five of Cups is generally a no. So if you're going yes, no, upside down, it's a yes. And you've got no regrets about it, which really does fit into Stephen Miller very well. But was it Stephen Miller? He certainly thinks that what he says goes. He really did think he was the power behind the throne in the White House, this guy. This is how he sees himself, as untouchable and the power behind the throne. That's a big thing. Was it Stephen Miller, yes or no? One last. The Knight of Cups. Well, a liar and a schemer, it came out reverse. Yeah, I feel it may have been Stephen Miller. At one time, Hi Travels, Rick Scott said that Biden wanted the same thing for Social Security as the GOP is looking to now. I don't think Biden ever wanted to get rid of Social Security. No, But he's been willing. He's always been willing to work across the aisle. That's one of the things that made him stand out. But also back in the 70s, ideas and times change as well. And you can have some, you don't always have a complete ideological shift as you get older, but some things you look at in a different light. So let's have a look. Did GOP want to get rid of it, don't they? Hi, Sweet Pea. Haven't seen you in a little while. Hi, Edwina Stevens. Oh, I've just got to ask hubby a question. Okay, so I'm just going to mute. Thank you for your patience. Okay. Yeah. So, was it true? Did Joe Biden want to get rid of it? Nine of Wands. I'm getting here that he didn't want to get rid of it, but he did want to tighten some areas, vigilance, make it safer and more secure. That's not the same as getting rid of it, but make it safer from fraud. So I think that's what I'm feeling, like more vigilance, not getting rid of it in any way. Oh, he said this in the 70s. Will it hurt Biden now? No, not really. No. It's like people are going, what are you worrying about what he said in the 70s? This is today. This is like 50 years later. This is what we should be worried about, you know? So, you know, no, I don't think, you know, if people are on the fence about him, they're going to stay on the fence about him. It's not going to change anything. Okay. So, yeah. Why is Tucker Carlson giving ideas of invading Canada to remove Trudeau? Tucker's name rhymes with what he is. Well, that's true. Tucker's doing it because he just wants to, he's getting desperate, I think. I think Tucker's losing audiences. How is James? Oh, he's fine. Thank you very much for asking. He's only here today because he spent the last 2 days down at his friend's place because the first aid course I was on was nearby. So he's here home today. So he normally exercises on a Friday and he lost that because, you know, so he's going to be doing exercise today. So Tucker Carlson, I'm getting desperation. He's getting desperate. So let's have a look. Why is Tucker Carlson going, we should invade Canada and remove Trudeau? That would be an act of war. Invading a sovereign nation. Opportunity. Any opportunity to boost ratings. To, just doing it to be opportunistic. I feel it like he's getting desperate, like he's losing people. Is Tucker Carlson losing people and he's losing audiences? Yeah, he's just the same old crap from Tucker Carlson. He's trying to inspire. He's trying to come out and be inspirational, but it's not working. And it's not working. It's the same old crap.
I'll put the aircon on, Bob.
Okay, you have to shut the door.
Here for you.
Thank you, darling.
All right.
You want to say hello to everyone, Bob?
Hey, book printers.
Yeah, so he's
Hope you're doing well.
he's looking for inspiration anywhere he can get. The back door's open, sweetheart.
Yep. I'm on. You're right. This remote's. Yeah, it's okay. Back door. Hey, baby. How's this water?
No, King Charles's. Yes, I know. Yeah, so getting rid of Trudeau is not going to hurt. Yeah, I know what I meant by. I knew I got the word wrong when I said sovereign nation. No, part of the Commonwealth. Okay.
More light, though?
Hey.
You want more light?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, he's just desperate. He's desperately trying to pull something out of the hat. I'm feeling like everything he tries is not working. So this magician, a miracle, he's praying for a miracle. I think is Tucker Carlson's show even going to last through to the end of 2023? Oh no, his show is in for some rough times ahead for his show. Yeah. Oh, the laptop. I just read on the laptop. Someone's going to go to jail. It's definitely, and will it be tied back to Trump? Yeah. So, yeah, somebody said it was an aide who down. So, whose laptop was it? Was it Trump's laptop? Anyway, is this laptop business going to be a final nail in the coffin as far as classified documents go? Getting very close. Getting the Queen gather all the resources needed. So this could be a very big yes here. This came out again. Bingo! Ta-da! And here's the piece to resist on. Yeah, it could be. It could very well be. Hi, spirits beyond the stars. How are you?
Oh, goodness. How many you got watching?
I don't know. Oh, there's 13. That's okay. And hello to all my lovely lurkers. And hello to everybody who chooses to watch the videos later. I do appreciate it. It's very nice to see, a few hundred people have watched the video and stuff, and I do appreciate it. And sorry about this. I'll just bring my chair over a bit so I don't disappear whenever I go like that. Mm. So who else has got a question? Thank you, Uncover the News. It's against the Espionage Act, is it? Hi, Dishes and Stitches. So let's have a look at...
Is she?
Yeah, she's always a good girl.
Like she's always good.
It's a bit of a drive home yesterday. But as I said to James at the time, we went a little bit out of our ways. We could have taken a bit of a shorter. I said, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a long drive home, but our fur baby sitting at home will make it worth it. So, yeah. So how's Trump going at the moment? How's he feeling?
We used to do that every day, Bob. Take him here.
Yeah. Well, not quite like that.
Flurry it.
Very, very. Conflicting. You can't talk to him. You just can't talk to him at the moment.
Oh, gosh.
He will, stir up stuff just to, or cause trouble, or fight with you. Oh, Georgia. I've said all along, Georgia's going to be the first to indict Trump. Then probably Jack, and then New York. The King of Cups. He's worried. This is the Democrats. The Sun. But you know what? Even if he's worried, and he really, really, really wants to beat Biden, really wants to get rid of Biden, this is not necessarily a good card. I'm going to draw another card to cross there. This can be everything's happy and roses, but it can also mean a great deal of exposure and a great deal of things coming to light. So let's have a look here. What is across the sun for Trump? The Republican Party itself is crossing him. A lot of them are just getting sick of him. But I'll tell you what, how cowardly is it to say, oh, I cannot wait till the man dies so then I can do what I want? What, are you a coward or something? That's just cowardly. So we get rid of him and all that. Who's Klaus Schwab? Will Trump ditch the Secret Service and go into hiding? He's going to try, but I think he's going to find it a bit of a struggle. Okay. But honestly, too much work for him. He's going to expect his Secret Service agents to protect him. Yeah, he's going to try and manipulate the situation so he doesn't. So, yeah. Hi, Sandra Henderson. Yeah, I don't know who Klaus Schwab is. Is Disney safe from DeSantis? When is that bill going through? The Reedy Creek bill. Hi, Teresa Baltasar. Has it gone through? The Reedy Creek bill that he wants to table. Is Disney safe from DeSantis? I mean, I could understand them not wanting to abandon Orlando after the years and the money put into it. But it might end up being cheaper for them to just up stakes and go to a different state. Go to Alabama next door, Louisiana. The Empress. They have a multitude of abundance of possibilities and an abundance of ideas. They're not really worrying too much. They're cushioned from him in some way. Possibly because even though they spent all that money and spent all that time there, theme parks closed down. Even Disney's closed a couple down in the past. True, probably not on the scale of Orlando, but yeah, I feel like they've got some cushioning against him. Will Trump hire Proud Boy-like followers to protect him from law enforcement? Create his own militia. That would be a very, very big mistake for him. That would be a very big mistake for him. Because, yeah, you cannot form your own militia. Not really. He might hire some thugs to do that. Yeah, That's not beyond the realms of possibility. Honestly, it would be big mistake. Hi, crazy cat lady Farley. Hi, Shelby. Oh my goodness. Who else got a question? Sweet Pea, what's happening over in the UK? How's your Prime Minister going? Rishi Sunak. Let's have a look at Rishi Sunak. What's happening around him at the moment? Baba? Yeah. Hey, Baba girl.
Didn't take long.
How sweetheart. Hey?
Oh, kitty. You want me to put her away?
Oh,
Actually, it's a good idea while I'm working out.
yes.
You'll pass her over?
Go to Dada. Go to Dada.
Yeah. If that's going to work, you're going to have to pick her up and pass her over, Bob.
Come on, sweetie.
I gotcha. I gotcha. Oh, calm down. Shouldn't have been
It's
naughty.
all right. But she wasn't naughty. I think you just grabbed her a little bit hard.
I grabbed it quickly. Whoa, I know. It's okay. She's all right. She doesn't like being caught, that's all.
True. What will be Trump's biggest mistake that will nail him? Thinking he's untouchable and that he can manipulate everybody into his favor. That's it. That's pretty well it.
Oh.
Rishi Sunak. Let's have a look at Rishi Sunak. Oh, okay. So the Schwab guy. Okay, well, okay. I'll do Rishi Sunak and then I'll do the Schwab guy, who's head of the World Economic Forum.
People in the UK, Bob.
Klaus Schwab. Hey?
People in the UK.
Yeah, Rishi Sunak. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sweet Peas in London. Yeah, I have some people in Europe as well.
Well, it was all in the US?
No.
Foreigners?
No.
Okay. Oh, get out of here.
Okay. So Rishi Sunak, guys, can you please tell us what is happening with Rishi Sunak? Knight of Wands. He's really trying to do some fast talking and some sweet talking and charm his way out of a few things. Oh, you're in Hereford. Sorry, Sweet Peas in Hereford.
Hereford, where's that?
Oh, I don't know.
It's not the UK.
It's in the UK, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, not shutting up as well, yeah. Yeah, he thinks he can do and say anything and nobody's going to get him. So Rishi Sunak is doing some fast talking. You know, there's talk that maybe Boris could be making a comeback. I just can't see that. He's doing some fast talking. But also, I think like he's got to try and restrain other people. So what's his challenge? Yep. People talking about taking actions, but it's just talking. And also talking to the wrong people. You can't trust everyone he's talking to. It's on the Welsh and English border. Thank you. So that's, yeah, I can picture that now. Thank you, Sweet Pea. So he can't trust some of the people he's been confiding in. What is the advice for Rishi Sunak? Stand ground. Stand firm. You'll be justified in standing firm, whether people believe it or not. You are justified in thinking what you're thinking, and your actions and everything will prove to be justified. What's at the base of this? Page of Cups. Again, somebody who's just a spoilt brat. wanting to cause trouble, wanting to inspire trouble. I do feel this might be Boris behind the scenes, actually. And what's the outcome for Rishi Sunak in the next couple of months? Strength. He's actually going to come out of this stronger. So a couple of major arcana things here. His strength is going to be tested, but I do feel he will come out of this stronger. And he'll be justified in taking the stances he's taken. Yeah. I haven't had the chance to read a lot of the headlines recently. I did earlier in the week, but yeah. Okay. Okay. You might hear a few grunts and groans. That will be James on his bike. He says he's going to be on it by 11. So that will be him exercising. He normally exercises on the Friday, but he's exercising today. He'll do 2 bouts of exercise today on his bike. Can't really do anything else. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I do find them quite emotional, which is, I know I was doing one every month, but I was finding it really, really emotional to do. But I will do another one into another 2 or 3 months. I'll do another one. Will Russia invade Moldova next? I know it's something that Putin would like to do, but will it become a reality? It's certainly one of the things Putin dreams of doing, Putin wants to do. Okay. Invade another country and trying to get the USSR back together, the Eastern Bloc back together into one bloc. But this is just one of many things. He'd like to do Georgia as well, and Kazakhstan and all of these other places. But certainly the possibility is there for that conflict to arise. But can they practically do it? Can they really do it? I've got minor celebration here. I don't know where they are at the moment, whether they're troops near the border and all that. There could be reports of skirmishes near the border to try and boost morale. Hi, Denise Trudeau. Short-term celebrations. But High Priestess, it would not be, I feel like this should be reversed, very shallow victory, a not very well thought out strategy. If he was to get near there might be a few skirmishes near the border and he might claim, but really it will all be a hollow victory. So he might try, but I don't think it would really go anywhere. Will Ukraine become a member of NATO? Yes, they will. It's still a little bit away, but they will. Oh, and look at there. If Putin did try and really launch a big invasion into Moldova, you want to see the result? Towers. collapse for Putin. Okay, so it would not be a wise thing for him to do. That doesn't mean he's not going to try it. You know, who said, you know, yeah. Very proud of you, bub. Sweetheart.
Do what, sweetie?
Very proud of you.
Oh, yeah, all good. All good.
Yeah, for getting on the bike. Oh, I couldn't do it. Well, I couldn't actually. My legs would not allow it. Your legs are about the only thing of you that's still working, isn't it? Love him so much, but his legs, to an extent, not a lot of walking, but he can still ride on the exercise board. Hi, Edwina Stevens. Hi, Jezza. How are you? Oh, hi, J Cat lady. You keep getting knocked out by that tablet, hey? So, what is George Santos trans or something? I don't know. I mean, to me, that just doesn't matter. So George Santos, the name, I'm reading about the person, whether male, female, or trans. That doesn't matter. I'm reading about the person and their real core being. And it's not very nice. I'm getting the words going through my head like, I deserve this. So why shouldn't I do this? You know, I was bullied when I was a kid, so why shouldn't I be able to take advantage of things and get myself into a position where I then can bully others? So, you know, is Elon Musk Nostradamus' Mavis or the Antichrist? I don't even know. I don't know much about Nostradamus. I'm always a little bit frightened about him. Dad said, oh, kids, you got to sit down and watch this. And it was a special on Nostradamus. And when you're like 11 or 12, it's like pretty scary stuff. Or 12 or 13, whatever it was. Elon Musk is... What is Elon Musk in terms? What is his role in the world? Most of us have a role in the world, and it's usually just a smaller role. But it's a vital. We are all cogs. I got the words to make people think. Now, this is the Queen of Cups. But it's also... Power's gone to his head. He didn't start out as quite the megalomaniac he is now. Again, it's a case of wasted 10 of Wands. It's like to help with some I'm getting this, the 10 of Wands, the technological struggles, technological burden, to help with that. But despite that, he's not the big mover and shaker he thinks he is. The man is not all bad, but it's like the praise he's had in the past and all that for, yes, just quite often stealing ideas, but then you steal these ideas and you can take them further and stuff. And some of the good things he did, like with the Starlink satellite and helping with the... That praise to him, he takes it and he triples it and magnifies it by 100-fold to think he's being praised much more than he actually is. But he said it to help through some hurdles and to get us into a higher place technologically. So he's there for a reason. That's his brain and his ability to take something and even if it's not his own idea, take it further. Doesn't mean you have to be a nice person, doesn't mean you have to be a highly functioning individual. But he does have quite an important role to play in taking things further. Again, technology. I'm getting technology. Yes, space junk cowboy, if you like, but this, and to some changes, accelerate them, get these changes happening quicker. That's his role. But because of the type of personality he has, whether he means harm or not, he is very much a source of conflict within his workforce or within his relationships with other people. The Nine of Wands, and he's constantly looking over his shoulder, constantly vigilant. I'm not. I sort of appreciate some of the visionary stuff that he has either moved forward or had with himself. I don't know how much he's had himself, but he's been able to take some things, and that's where his visionary thing and move them forward and stuff. That's where his vision can come into it. But he is here for a role, and it's very much technological. But will he do a great deal of harm in the world? No, I don't think he's here to do. His role is to do a great deal of harm, but he does sow conflict because of his personality, and he's got a contentious personality. And he, unfortunately, he believes some of his own press. There are a lot of people out there like that, but there are a lot worse out there than him. I don't think he's the Antichrist. I don't think he's Mavis. I think he's they're blocking it from using Ukraine from using Starlink for their drones. Well, that is his right to do that. Okay, that is his right to do that. But I don't think he's doing it because Russia wants him to or anything. What's McConnell up to? He's suddenly being very supportive. I don't know about evil. Anybody can use technology for evil. Basically, he believes a lot of his own press and doesn't know when to say, hey. I mean, there has been times when he's been able to laugh at himself, but that's getting less and less. It's sort of like he is going to in for a downfall, but I do feel that. But, you know, because unfortunately, yeah, I'm not too enamored of the man's personality himself, but he is here for a reason. He is doing what he's doing for a reason. But yeah, and it is his right to say, look, I don't want my satellite to be used for weapons of war. So he can have that right. That doesn't make him evil. It does if Putin's paying him or something, but I don't think that's the case. What is McConnell up to? Yeah, I've been hearing that he's definitely been laying down the law a bit with some of the Republicans and pissing a couple of people off. 5 of Pentacles. He knows the time is coming for him to remove himself. But he sees this as an as basically his last gasp opportunity to leave something positive. So if that means he works across the aisle with people, if he's more supportive, it can lead to better things in his future. So around the corner, there's help around the corner. But he sees this as, of course, Trump's been trying to get rid of him from the start. But he's seeing this as, this is my little deposit to all these GOP who totally, and trying to make some amends, because he was such a large part of the villainous activities. Six of Wands. He wants to leave some sort of validation that he did a good job, even if it was right at the end. Right at the end, he did the right thing. And I think it's that sort of thing, some validation that he did a good job with the Six of Wands there. And 10 of Wands. He's testing people. He knows he's not going to be able to carry on much longer, that he's going to have to shed the load a bit. Is he going to just I know he's been trying to, in talks with Bashir, to put in a Republican as a senator if he retires. But is he changing his stance on that? I'm getting strength. No, he's just as strong as ever on that stance. But he wants to go out in a show of strength. Will he finish out his term? Because his term finishes next year, doesn't it? Ace of Cups. Getting an overflow, but I also got the word grief through here, so he might not. This could be a yes, but an overflow of emotions, an overflow. This could also be health. Maybe not. I still feel like there may be something with his health. Yeah. Margaret's tired of him. Nobody will try and you know what? If Trump is indicted and locked away, nobody's really going to try that hard to get him out, even if it's in home detention. Marga can do without him, and they know. Will Trump demand Marga cause trouble if he's indicted? Well, he will demand it. That doesn't necessarily mean they will. I think Marjorie Taylor Greene is the Marga spokesperson, if anyone is. But if Trump's just neatly away on the sidelines, nobody's going to go and help him. Oh, yeah, he will try and stir up earlier fandom. He will try that. They were behind him for so many years, so past actions. But I'm dead tired of him, the devil. He made a deal with the devil, and he'll be paying for that. So this is not good for him. Will Margaret try to bust him out of jail? 9 of Wands. No, the vigilance around Trump, if he is indicted and put under detention, even if it's home detention or whatever, will be way too strong. They might try and build up some people to come and do it. They won't succeed, but they might try. Yeah, they might try at some strategy, look at some strategies, but honestly, they're going to be looking elsewhere. You see, here's the Earth, here's the moon or whatever. They're going to be looking elsewhere, not at him, but elsewhere. And I think that's Marjorie Taylor Greene. I mean, there might be some show, but it won't last for very long. Okay. Yeah, she is. So I was talking about George Santos earlier, wasn't I? Will he be out of the house soon? Soon could be tomorrow. It could be 3 months. So will George Santos be out of the house in the next few months? Hi, Celtics here. The Empress. Oh yes, that is a big yes. People who voted for him are not them. I'll call them because there seems to be some uncertainty, and that is one way you can address that, there or them. So people who voted for George are not happy. He fed them a boatload of lies and they believed it because they were willing to grasp onto anything that was not democratic or even independent. Conflict, definitely a lot of conflict and a lot of argument being stirred up around them. What's on the bottom here? The 10 of Wands. Success after a time. Yes, there's going to be more turning against Santos, yes. 6 of Wands, and they'll be validated. This will be validated. Yeah, he's going to be gone in a few months. Hi, Sherry French. Well, the fact is that George is wanted in Brazil, and there's going to be a lot of stuff coming out about George. Okay. Will more Republicans openly turn against Santos? One card. Here's the Hierophant. Yeah, this is an institution. It's also a maybe card, but responsibility. At some stage, they're going to realize that they have to take responsibility and act responsibly. And apart from a very few, majority of them have just been like kids in a candy shop for the last, 10 years even, you know. Is it in fire there? Hi, Teresa Kay. Hugs back to you, my dear. Hi, Big Head. Will there be a vote of no confidence on McCarthy? Okay, interesting. I got pulled up at work the other day because my appearance has not been up to snuff. So I'm not going to say anything. I had a couple of really bad days where I was near bag lady status. So, yeah. Can't blame them. So, will there be a vote of no confidence in McCarthy? What will be the cause? Okay. The Magician. Yeah, and it's like going to come out of nowhere. He's going to be thinking, oh, everything's fine for now, everything's fine. And then, bam, vote of no confidence. What will be the cause? Page of Wands. Actions, talking, a leak. I'm feeling like a leak. Something coming out of his office or him confiding something to someone. And, yeah, they might not be able to prove it in the big wide world, but they'll have proved it within the Republican Party. Will he survive a vote of no confidence? If he's really creative, he can. But no, it's going to be a change. So there's a change coming for him. So there's change. What's the term? Light a match under someone's feet or something? Ouch, jump. Like there's going to be a lot. This is a huge build-up. For me, this is always a huge build-up of energy. And it's going to lead to a change. So I don't know that he would. I don't know that he would survive. Yes, they will. They will keep sending out balloons. I think that even possibly even one will come out over Australia. Yeah. Light a fire under your feet. Yeah. Enforced change. Yeah. So, yeah, I think he might not survive. So we'll try to keep sending out more balloons. I'm seeing one over Australia, like Pine Gap and all that area, and Darwin. And yes, they're talking now. People talking about it now. Building the foundation to send more out. Oh, yeah. Yep. And it is, yeah. Will they get told to back? It's not going to work out well for them. So they will get told to get back in their corner. Why send balloons out? They've got satellites. Why send balloons out? Satellites aren't picking up. There's something with the satellite technology is, yeah, is that they can't get around. Yeah. Yeah, they are going to get told to get back into their corner. They're going to try and talk their way out of it. But does Jack Smith have anything on the GOP? Let's have a look. Not the whole GOP. Yes, you're right. You're right. It will be viewed like that for the rest of the world. They let loose a bio weapon. I've got the 9 of Wands, vigilance, also building up defenses, inspiration, creativity. 9, I think there's at least 9 members of the GOP definitely in his sights. The Hermit. This is Trump. I feel like this should be reversed. This is the dragon guarding his gold. Yeah, that classified handling of documents. I do feel, I don't know if he'll succeed, but I do feel he is definitely going to look at him for treason with regard to those documents, whether they'll prove it or not. And the Hierophant. Yeah, definitely. The Hierophant can also be all about taking responsibility. This is putting up a big show. They're putting up a big show. And look how this person's trying to avoid the flames under their butt. So, yeah, definitely. And it's going to be some major shake-ups there. Definitely Trump and some other people who are just not going to be able to avoid the responsibility that they bear. The Queen of Wands. Yeah, this is Marjorie Taylor Greene. She wants to be president. She wants to be. She'd be happy to be the power behind the throne. Say, I put you here. You do as I say. Yeah. And the Five of Wands. Definitely those who really played a big part in the conflict on January 6th. Yeah, at least 5 people for January 6th. But the documents very much first. Will the Dems take back Congress to this term? I mean, they'd have to get rid of about 6 people and then get those seats filled with either independents or Democrats. Yeah, I heard something about balloon bombs at some stage, but I think I saw it on a documentary a long time ago. So that rang a bell with me, what you were saying, Uncover the News about Japan during World War II. Yeah, middle of the road, they're getting sick of the whole lot. Yeah, they feel like the party's power will be gone for a good 10 to 15 years if things aren't sorted out soon. So, yeah. Will Dems take back the House? Page of Cups. Well, there's some surprising news about that. The Knight of Wands, stoking the fire, talking, charming. They don't necessarily have to take back the House. They just need to get Hakeem Jeffries voted into the Speaker position. Queen of Pentacles. I do feel there's going to be some changes with the House that are advantageous to the Dems. Not necessarily numbers-wise, but could Hakeem Jeffries be named Speaker? Yes, that is a possibility. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles. The resources behind the throne. They don't necessarily have to take back the House. But I think if there's a few special elections, their numbers will increase, but might not reach that 218, that magical number that's needed. But could Hakeem Jeffries become Speaker of the House sometime in 2023? Yes, absolutely. It's It's a matter of making deals. It is going to be a roller coaster. Hi, Charlie C. Sage of Fire. Hello. Okay. I don't know anything about those, not being a smoker or a vapor. Hi, Anne. Hi, Annie. How are you? If I haven't said hello, it's just because I haven't seen your name, okay? Edwina, hi. Marijuana-infused vape pen. Of course. Is there any merit to this? 5 of Wands. No, it's just stirring up crap. 2 of Cups. Yeah, no. It's just... And the Lovers. Yeah, no, it's just people trying to tie China into making people sick deliberately with these vape pens. But no, it's just all trying to stir more conflict. I don't see that there's anything real in that particular thing. That doesn't mean people weren't getting sick from these pens. But, yeah. But, yeah. Oh, cool. Okay. Will the young Chinese manage to unseat the CCP within the next 20 years? I don't know about unseat. They will eventually be gone. I'm feeling like as they get into the positions of power, the younger generation will make some changes. Oh, interesting question. An EMP. Will these be weaponized, basically? No. So I do feel that they'll bring about some changes within the party. You know, the best temperance, more tolerance, more patience, more even look. So they'll bring it down from within the young people. The Emperor and the 9 of Wands, bringing about more stability in the government. And then the 9 of Wands, then they will be in a good position to dismantle the CCP. It might break up into smaller things. I think I can see it being broken up into smaller groups. Yeah. I'm seeing maybe a split. I've just got a thing like a split right down the middle of China, like 2 countries emerging eventually. Will 2 countries eventually emerge out of China as it is now? The High Priestess, yes. This is a major arcana, big change. So, yeah. The balloons, will they be, they can be weaponized, yes. Will they be? I think that would be a huge mistake on China's part or whoever uses them, because that would then be an act of war. So they won't do it. They're not. The only there's saying the best way to dismantle a system is from within. So yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I think that he will be out of a job soon. That's the Marine that was arrested. Lauren Boebert does not. I can't see her getting re-elected, but she is a bit like a cockroach in that they can often survive anything. But she is, even if she gets re-elected, she is never going to be the power broker she wants to be. Okay? She'll be like an annoying gnat that buzzes around your head but doesn't really do much damage. It's going to take a long time, but it will eventually happen. I still keep seeing like the country split in half, sort of like a big fault opening up, but I don't feel like it's a huge earthquake or a huge seismic fault. Just that image of it being separated into two different areas. They are only in Congress for the money, yes. Oh, Annie, I did a reading on Rishi Sunak earlier that he's going to prevail. The outcome card for him was strength, so he will stay the Prime Minister for now. But it was just for the next few months. I think Labor will eventually get into power, but I don't. It might be another year or two. You reckon it? Well, the reading I did for Rishi was just for the next few months. So after that, yeah, possibly. I do see that Labor coming in, and it could be before the end of the year. Well, UK Labor be in government before the end of 2023. But whatever crisis I was reading on for Rishi Sunak was whatever crisis is happening now, and I know there is one from seeing some headlines that he's going to prevail over. But yeah. Will UK Labor be in government by the end of 2023? Two of Cups, an agreement, commitment, Page of Swords, disappointment, King of Swords. They're both maybe cards. So yeah, there's still some doubt about that. I know people would like to see that, but the UK Labor's been one of those things is you'd think they'd get in, and it just doesn't always happen. I think there needs to be a bit more commitment. Yeah. Hi, Miss Mims. I actually quite like Keir Starmer. I don't know why people are so down on him, but yeah. Will the market? No, they won't be able to. That will be shut down very, very quickly. You know what? Some of the market states are actually some of the poorest states. And the reason they're in this position they have been is that they've been GOP led and GOP dominated for so long their economies have suffered and things like that. And that's why they're in such a poor state. Yeah. And because of the policies that they pass within the states and all that, it keeps them down. But people don't realize that. They just see other states that have stuff that they don't and blame the other states. But it's their legislators' own policies that are keeping them down. So unless they get rid of the people who have been causing the problem, not much is going to change. I don't think he's that stupid. Not if he wants to have a decent run for president, he won't. If he gets defeated, he might try, but that won't work. I think DeSantis is. It's a bit far in the future, but I'll have a go and see what is post 2024 looking like for DeSantis. So we'll have a look at that and see what we can come up with, eh? What is in the cards for DeSantis post 2024? Hi, Cardamancy! Where are you, my dear? I didn't see you pop on. So, hi, Cardamancy. Lovely to have you back on. Yeah, like this is all you're going to be. We're not going to let you be anything more than you are. And that's just wrong, isn't it, with those states? So, what are they reading on? Oh, yeah. I don't know, but post 2024 for DeSantis. I think DeSantis is going to do a fine enough job of bringing himself down. Post looking ahead, guys, if you can tell me any information about post 20, what things will be like for Ron DeSantis post 2024. Got two cards. The Chariot and the Three of Cups. Support, overindulgence, and things. This is a wonderful card. Isn't this a wonderful card? Overcoming difficulties. He's going to be hopeful. Will he be in the governor's chair again? Six of Pentacles, not necessarily. Quid pro quo, the deals, an uneven balance. He's hoping that he can keep control of things over the next couple of years and come out the other side with a hopeful outlook. But overindulgence, Six of Pentacles, deals not going right, King of Cups, Biden. Will he be in the picture at all? Will DeSantis be in the picture at all after 2024? Four of Cups. Now, he's not going to be very happy. People are going to be feeling very apathetic about him. They've just had enough. So, yeah, I don't, I don't see him living on the streets in poverty or anything, but people will be enough. I think he'll be hoping that things can go back to the way they were before he's run for president, but it's not really going to happen. Okay. Was this in Florida? Oh, I can't. You know what? I see Stacey Abrams in the cabinet. That's what I see. Will Mike Pence cooperate with the grand jury? Yeah, I think he will, because in the end, it's all about what's best for Mike Pence. The councilwoman who got shot in her car in front of her house. What is it? Justice will happen. They will find out what happened to her. I got the word hit. 10 of Swords. That to me is a hit. And the King of Pentacles. Someone with money paid for it. Will Trump go third party if he's not a nominee? Let's have a look. The Hermit. Separate himself from them. Yeah, he might. Mm-hmm. Two people got shot. Well, they will find out what happened. It was deliberate. It was targeted. Okay. Somebody did pay for it. But it'll all come out and justice, will happen. Okay. I don't know whether they survived or whether they were killed or not, but justice will happen. Them and their families will see that happen. Mm-hmm. Stacey Abrams, will she end up in the cabinet? Yeah, definitely. Okay. Secretary of State. Definitely in a high position. That's about stability. Bringing stability to not just, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Secretary of State. It will be astrologically tough for the former guy, hey, this summer. Who else has got some questions? Because I think what we might do is spend the last 25 minutes, half hour odd. I will do some cards for people if you like. So just give me a minute I think we'll get the angel, the Bradley Valentine cards here. Okay, and get them out. So, who would like a card? It will be on first come, first served basis. So start putting your little hands waving there. Who would like a card? If you have one quite often, maybe somebody else might like a go. You're for a card. And Edwina, yep, and Steve. Yes, of course, Miss Mims. Okay, so we'll just stop for the moment now, okay, and we'll do Shelby, Edwina, Steve, and Miss Mims, and Celtic's here, and then I'll call for some more, okay? Okay, so Shelby, Lisa. The Five of Water, feeling of loss. Things may not be turning out the way you'd hoped, and you're finding it hard to see a positive in the situation. Look, this means that you've got to stop dwelling on it and just move forward, getting things underway to resolve it, okay? It's transition time from being disappointed with the way something has turned out to doing what you can to improve the situation, okay? There you go. Edwina. No, and Shelby, I don't think it's to do with your daughter's situation, okay? So, yeah, Edwina. But yeah, it's time to, okay, this is as good as it's going to get, but we can move forward. It's time to move forward and things will improve then. You'll be able to move on and things will feel a bit better. The Ten of Water, the Ten of Cups for you, Edwina. And yeah, a little bit of an emotional upheaval by the looks of it from your face there. A contented and rewarding family life. But I feel like this could be a little bit of an upside down here, which you're feeling a little bit like people aren't listening to you. Open up more, talk more. Reach out and say, I need a little bit more from you. You've been there for so long to provide emotional support, material support, a trusted confidant. It's okay for you to say, okay, my time in doing this for everyone, my children and everyone, at this stage, this cycle is over for me, but now I need you a little bit. So reach out. And I think you'll find things, people might not even realize that you're feeling a little bit bereft, and they will be there. And you'll then, in return, get what you've been giving them. Okay? Steve! Justice. Everything will be as it should. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right and stand up. Stand up for what you know is right. Hold firm and things will work out as they should for you, Steve. Okay? And this is a major arcana. So this is a big decision and a major time in your life that will have an impact on how things go for you yourself going forward. Hold your ground. You're in the right. Okay? Miss Mims. Let's have a look. Guides. Miss Mims, this is release. This is the 13 card, the death card, but it doesn't mean death, of course. It means an end of a phase or a situation. So you're coming to the end of one cycle in your life, and there's going to be some big changes coming for you. The changes that are coming, you can't stop them, and you can't reverse them. But I get the feeling, Miss Mims, that they will be good, because it's time you made these changes. I think you've been putting them off, but now it's come to time where they're being forced on you. And you might not like it, but you will be all the better for them, Miss Mims. Okay? And again, this is a major arcana, so it is going to affect your life into the future. Okay? It's a big lesson for you. It is time to make those changes you've been putting off. You will be and that will happen through the next couple of months, and it will set you up for your next phase. Okay? Celtic Seer. If you do want a full reading, I do full readings. I can do face-to-face or email. Along full reading length email is $30 US, and a face-to-face email reading is $30 US. That's through video. I haven't done shorter readings in the past, but I will do them now for half an hour for $15 or 7 cards in an email for $15. Okay, so you can just email me if you want that. The Empress. Oh my goodness, there have been some major changes coming up for people. Celtic Seer, you are another one with a major arcana. Nurture yourself and others. This is what I'm being drawn to. The other cards are lavish abundance, giving birth to your dreams. Certainly, you've done that. You've been following your dream. Now, nurture yourself. It said and others, but I'm getting nurture yourself. You cannot help others if you do not help yourself first. This is a time to look after yourself, to set yourself up for the future. And I'm talking about, I very much think this is your spiritual well-being, maybe a bit more learning, and maybe looking at some of the many abundance of opportunities that are, of learning opportunities that are there for you. It's a time to follow something you've been wanting to follow even more for yourself and into the future, okay? Travels. Card for travels. Okay, let's see. Make sure I haven't missed anyone. Card for travels. Oh, I'll tell you what, the major arcanas are coming out today. Yours is strength, travels. Okay. Great inner strength. Release harsh judgments, forgiveness and compassion. You're so much stronger than you give yourself credit for. Okay? Don't let anybody's idea of how you should show your strength to the world. They might say, you should go out and do this, and that's going to show everyone you're strong. No, that's what they would do. What they would do to show everybody their strength is not necessarily the right thing for you to do. And people have said, why didn't you do this to show someone you're strong? Or why didn't you do that? They're trying to put you down. And they've sort of undermined your belief in your own inner strength. You are so much stronger than you give yourself credit for. It will not harm those people if you stand up and say, I will show my strengths in my way when I feel it's necessary. Otherwise, and when and how and what is none of your business. So back off, buddies. Okay, Travels? Does that make sense to you? But also, yeah, I think that a lot of this is because they care about you and they want you to do well. You can say, look, I forgive you, but this has to stop. You are not doing what you think you are. You are not doing the good you think you are. Dig on that well of inner strength. You are so much stronger than you believe you are. Sherry French. Now I uncover the news. Ten of Earth. Oh, happy families, good times, generational wealth. I know that there's been some things happening, financial security. I think things might, Miss Mims, thank you so much. Much appreciated. Thank you for that. Sherry, things are coming to a time where hope that things are going to get to that settled place where you really want to be with your family. And yeah, and I feel like getting to know some family members who you've been maybe estranged from for a while, and reconnecting with some family members, you will feel so much happier in yourself. So it's a good opportunity for that. Sandra Henderson. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, thanks, Shelby. Yes, your time will be productive. Shelby, the three of Shelby. The Three of Swords, great sadness, time to heal. I'm definitely getting the need to forgive yourself and others. Sometimes, my darling, things happen in life, Sandra, that we wish we could have stopped, or we wish we could have been there when we weren't. And we feel like we've let people down. We can't be everywhere. We can't be everything to all people that we care about. This cut, this stab, and this grief, it's time to forgive yourself so you can start moving on. I think you blame yourself more than you should, and sometimes it can be easy to do that. You know, I was so angry that I wasn't able to be there when my dad passed, and I was very angry at myself for quite a while too. But I learned that no, I couldn't be there. How could I? He was on the other side of one of the largest continent on the planet, the largest island continent on the planet, and thousands and thousands of miles away. And it's okay. But hanging on to that grief and punishing yourself for it it's time to stop and just move forward. Because if people see you hanging on to it, they're going to hang on to it. And yeah, someone has to step up and move forward and start the healing process. And I think this is you. I hope that makes sense. And I know, guys, I can get a little bit deep and a little bit personal at times with these readings. But yeah. Hi, Sabrina. Angela. Who's Angela? Hi, Angela. Shelby, thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for that, Jez. Spirit beyond the stars. Yes, of course I can do a card for you. The Ace of Water. Oh, this is like overwhelming rush of emotion, Spirit beyond the stars. I'm getting like a new home, but not necessarily a physical home. Spiritual growth and enhanced intuition. You're moving towards this more and more and more. And I feel like your new home is changes in the area around you, but not necessarily you moving somewhere else, but rejuvenation, if that makes sense, of yourself and of your surroundings. It's a really good, and I feel like a really overwhelming emotion, and a really tapping into it is a great place to start. So I hope that makes sense for you, Spirit Beyond the Stars. Okay. Annie, bye. That's a lovely message, Miss Mims. Thank you. I have time for a few more, so yep. The 8 of Fire, the 8 of Wands. Oh, some very quick things happening. Many things happening at once, and that makes sense. That makes sense. Annie, semester's coming up. There's going to be a lot of things for you to handle with, okay? But have faith in yourself to be able to handle all the things coming at you, okay? And deal with them. Yeah, it might seem like you've rushed off your feet for a while, but you'll be able to handle it all. Yeah, things happening in a fast pace, all these delays, and lots of things happening at once. Trust in yourself, my darling. You can handle it, okay? And give yourself a little break. If you miss a wand, it's fine. It's not really, it'll be fine to be picked up in another few days. Okay? Sweet pea, you'd like a card, yeah? Oh, you're Angela Cartomancy. Okay. Sweet pea. You've got the Queen of Air, the Queen of Swords, very independent, very experienced, very realistic and witty. I think I'm really honing in on the second phase here, clearing away all that no longer serves you, and then seeing humor in a situation. Yeah, I think you've been feeling for a while now. That's just time to clear house, whether it's metaphorically or physically or intellectual. I feel like a lot of paperwork piled up and piled up and piled up that you've been wanting to get rid of or wanting to get done and get out of the way. And it's a really good time for you to do that. So go ahead and start that clearing. This is a good time for you to do it. And yeah, you will feel so much better, especially if it's been something administrative or whatever that you've been putting off. It's a really good time to clear that away. So that's sweet pea. Yes, Annie, you do have this. Okay. Well, I think that's it. Sweet pea was the last person. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wrap up, and I will try and get in a reading during the week. I just, last week especially was very crazy, but please look after yourselves, look after those around you, stay strong, stay healthy, stay loving, and most of all, stay laughing, okay? Laugh at something every day, or laugh with someone every day. And it's so important. Laughter keeps us humble, keeps us sane. As long as it's not cruel, it's a wonderful thing to have in the world. Okay, Thank you. Love you all. Bye-bye.